Hello and welcome to another Island Kitchen with me, Vicky Locklin, and the one and only Regan. It's a little bit windy today.
It's a rough day today, but we're going to do some fishing.
It's a rough day.
How about that? To cheer you up.
What do we do with this fish?
Here I have a piece of sea bass. It's a whole sea bass. It's a big one, as you can see. Probably enough for 4, I'd say there. Slightly bigger. I think you get these ones in the supermarket. They're slightly bigger than the ones you get. I'm going to work with this one today because I want to show you how to fillet it, okay?
Okay. So you've got this from the fishmongers. Has it had all its innards taken out?
I've got this whole from my fishmonger and I've taken off the scales there and I've filleted it, but I've cut the belly out and taken the gut of it, so and cleaned it out. But you know, you get it from the fishmonger. You can ask him to fillet it for you. He'll do everything for you.
Yeah. But you can pick up a fish and just ask them to do this. Take the
exactly.
out.
I'll show you what they're going to do for you when they do it.
And the scraping.
And just so you can do it. So you need a good knife.
Yeah.
Start with the head of the fish. You got his little fin there. We're going to cut in under the fin.
Yeah.
Until we reach the bone. Okay. Flip him over. Do the same on the other side until we reach the bone.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're going to cut down and take the head off. All right. Head off. So there we go. The thing with the sea bass is it's got some really little spiky little bad boys down the back, little bones.
Oh yeah.
They've got a little bit of venom in them, so you don't want to stick your finger in those. They will cause you quite a bit of pain.
Slightly put me off sea bass.
Well, you know, your fishmonger will take all that off you, so don't worry. Unless you're pulling it out of the sea yourself, you're not going to have to struggle with that. So get the knife. There's the trick. Down into the bone, and then just cut across the bone. Use the bone as your guide, okay? All the way down to the end of the flesh. So, as you can see. Pressure on the bone.
And
there you go.
keeping your fingers well clear, so you've got your fingers on top.
Keep your fingers well clear of that. So we're just going to do one fillet today. We're going to do one portion.
Okay. What could you do with the head if you do all this and you're using the whole fish? Would you just have to bin the head, or is there? Well,
you know, you can make a stock out of all these trimmings that are coming off here. I'm going to cut down underneath the bones here, and there's a little bit of fat on here. All of these little bits that are left over, stick them in a pot. Bit of onion, bit of bay leaf, maybe a carrot, some garlic if you like. Put it on there. Bring it up to a boil. Simmered for about 15 minutes, strain it, and then you have got a beautiful fish stock for making bisques and stocks and sauces and soups. Good trick of the trade is take your stock, strain it off through a fine sieve, get all the impurities out of there, and you can keep it in like an ice cube tray in your freezer. So if you ever need to make a quick soup or you're missing some stock or something, pop out an ice cube, bang it in your soup.
Very good. So now you're pulling out the bones.
I'm pulling the bones out here with my little tweezers here. Again, your fishmonger, a good fishmonger will do it for you. Tell him you want the fillets, just the fillets cleaned out, scaled, and deboned. And then you got a lovely, clean fillet, and that's ready to go in the pan, you know.
Okay.
See how quickly I did that, you know? This takes less than a minute to do. We're going to season a bit of salt and pepper. Yeah.
And again, you're using white pepper in this mix because it doesn't mark the fish.
Exactly, yeah. We don't use
the black. I do listen.
You do listen. You learn a bit more every day. So we got a nice, good non-stick pan here. I've got my big old pans you can see here from the kitchen. Let me get a bit of extra virgin olive oil in there. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to put this on the bigger flame. So we're going to get the same trick as we did before with the sea bass. Good hot pan, nice dry piece of fish.
Because that's the trick you said about drying the fish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it doesn't sort of poach in its own...
Exactly, its own juices come out of there. So you get a bit of kitchen paper and dab it on there.
Okay.
Good hot pan just before it begins to start smoking. Get it all nice oil all around the pan so there's no dry bit so the fish doesn't touch it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it skin side down. Remember the trick, as I said before, the side you're going to serve up, cook first.
Right.
For all meat, salt, fish.
Just goes...
Bang. Okay, so we've got it in there. It's touched the pan. Now what we don't want to do is move it around too much and start breaking up the skin and stuff. We want it to caramelize the skin so it's nice and crispy, and then it'll release away from the pan. Okay, so that's the trick of cooking fish.
So don't hassle it, basically. Don't
hassle the fish, don't hassle the chef. That's the trick here. So... we've got our fish in here. To complement this, we're going to do a very nice, simple white wine sauce, which is a good old classic recipe. 3 ingredients, and this is going to work fabulous with fish. Is this just for me, or is this... I'm afraid not. Today, this is for the sauce.
I'll just test.
You test. This is just a dry white, you know. Works really good with fish.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be the top quality.
But it has to be something that you want to drink.
Well, if it's wine, I think we all want to drink it. This is the trick. So, into our pot goes our white wine. Okay, to this we're going to add some shallots, which I've peeled here. Right, slice these up. Bang them into your sauce there like that. That's spitting away there, the fish.
It's an exploding fish.
That's good. Okay, so take a look in here. We've got a couple of shallots. We've got a glass of white wine.
Minus.
Bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. We're going to reduce this down.
Okay.
And as it reduces, it's going to absorb the flavors from the shallots, they intensify the flavors of the white wine. And then when it's reduced down to a small liquor, is what we call it in the cooking world, a small liquor at the end, which has no alcohol in it, it's just full flavor. We're going to add some cream.
Yeah.
We're going to bring it to the boil and it's going to be ready. And this is going to complement fish, fantastic. And it works with prawns, with all shellfish and all seafood.
Okay.
Both red fish and white fish.
And again, Les uses his fingers to touch because he has no
doesn't.
sense, I think, at the end of his fingers. But for normal human beings, I would suggest a spatula.
Use a spatula.
Or
It's better.
yes.
I haven't actually got a spatula here today, so it's going to be all fingers today. We're going to put this on the reduce. I'm going to bang this on the back there, actually.
And in this pot now, you've got frying oil, which you would always prefer to do in a deep fat fryer.
Yeah, if you're doing it at home, work with the fat fryer because you got control of the temperature.
Yeah.
I'm doing it out here, obviously, because we're on location here.
Yes.
On the beach, you know, so. Okay, so on here I've got some oil.
Yeah.
Some vegetable oil. And I've just bringing it up to temperature. We're going to do some crispy onions, okay?
Yeah.
Simple. White onion. This is the time if you got your mandolin or whatever at home, cut it up really nice and thin.
Yeah.
It's going to work better with a mandolin and everything. I'm going to use a knife. You're going to get a nice little thin onions like that. I'm just going to use the rustic onion rings here for a nice piece of rustic fish, okay?
Yeah.
Separate your little rings up there.
Yeah.
Into this, we're going to pop them into some milk.
Okay.
Okay. First into milk, and then into some flour. So you go onion ring, milk, flour.
Yeah.
Real easy. And then we're going to fry them till they're nice and golden. And then we're going to season them up and they're going to make a beautiful crispy topping to our fish. But also a good crispy topping for red meats too, or chicken. It works with everything. So into the flour, move them around. Trick is not to have too much in at one time. It's coming up to temperature. This is good. I got my eye on that. Once again, at home, be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Use your deep fat fryer. Don't do it this way.
Yeah.
This is it's a fire waiting to happen, this one, okay? So we'll put them into a sieve, shake off any excess flour.
It's great, we've got somebody here from the crew stood by with his fire extinguisher who looks more panic-ridden than we do.
In they go to the oil, okay?
Yeah.
Lovely. So we've got our onion rings in there. We've got our sauce, wine and our shallots on there, reducing down for our sauce. We've got our fish on there, which should be just coming up nice and crispy. Let's take a look underneath. Now, it's nice and golden on the side.
Wow.
So it's lovely and crispy. I haven't touched it all the time it's been there.
This is the trick.
Get the oil hot, get the non-stick pan, get the fish dry, bang it in there and don't touch it.
And just leave it alone.
Sit.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the edges, you'll see it starting to go golden. Try to move it with a spatula. If it begins to move, then it's time to turn it over, right?
All right.
So now we were just finishing off cooking it.
Yeah.
It's been cooked halfway through. We've turned the heat down, now it's going to cook through to the middle.
Okay.
So we can leave it there, rest. We're not stressing it, we're not cooking on too high a temperature. Okay. It's all non-stick. You see our lovely crispy onions are coming nice and golden. They're going to work really good with the cream sauce. So just when these are coming down, these little bad boys are getting nice and crispy. They do take a little bit of time to come through because what you want to do is remove some of the moisture from the onions to get that crispiness, okay?
You don't want the onion inside to be raw, do you?
Absolutely
It
not.
needs to have that sort of slightly sweet.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to achieve by about 160 degrees and about 4 or 5 minutes there cooking away. You can see our white wine here at the back.
I can smell the wine anywhere. I can smell wine anywhere.
You can smell wine anywhere. So to this, we're going to serve with some nice potatoes. I have got some leftover cold potatoes here from yesterday. I've just taken the skin off them.
Okay.
All right, we're going to use 2 of these. And we're just going to cut them into nice little rustic squares like this. Cut them down the middle, bang them in the middle like that. These are ready. So, onions are just ready now. They've taken on that golden color. They're nice and crispy. You can see that there. Shake off the excess oil. Better, of course, to use a
proper
perforated spoon or something like that. So, onions come out onto our baking paper here. You see that? All right. A little bit of salt and pepper to season.
Okay.
And allow them to crisp up and cool there. And this will absorb all the fat from this, okay?
Okay.
So this is ready. The fish is almost ready there. Our sauce is reducing down nicely here. We're going to add the potatoes to this oil while it's nice and hot. So this is like a rustic potato. It's good to use leftover potatoes like this when they're cold.
Yeah.
Make sure they're nice and cold and they're hard. And when you drop them in there, they're going to crisp up nicely. In here, we're going to bang in some rosemary also.
Now, what's this doing? What's bunging rosemary in now doing?
That's just going to add beautiful flavour to the potatoes, okay? Also, we're going to this rosemary is going to be edible when it comes out. It's going to be nice and crispy.
Can you use other herbs or just rosemary?
Yeah, thyme works really good too. Eh?
Yeah.
Any of the hard herbs work really good, but for me, the rosemary works really good with the fish and with the sauce that was going to come along here. So, we've got our spuds on there cooking away. They're going to take 4 or 5 minutes. Our sauce is reducing down. Our fish is just almost ready.
Yeah, and we've got our onions.
Our onions are nice and crispy there and well seasoned. You can sneak one of those. Okay, let's take a look at that. I want you to take a look at this because I want you to learn how to make this sauce. It's really important. Everybody who tries this sauce loves it. And I tell you, 3 ingredients and the seasoning, and it's one of the best sauces you'll ever have for fish. And like I said, it works with everything. It's a real universal, it's a real classic sauce.
Okay, those onion rings are divine. They are
Onion rings are
absolutely
ready.
gorgeous.
So,
Ooh, it's so windy.
it's a rough day here by the sea.
It is, that's it with Mallorca being an island. We get the great weather, but every now and again when it's windy, it likes to blow.
Yeah, oh yeah, likes to blow
Yeah,
when you're here
likes to
by the
blow.
sea, you know, you
Yeah.
can take the good with the bad by the sea. So the potatoes are coming along,
Yeah.
the sauce is coming down. This is just about ready. It's after reducing by about 3/4, coming down to a liquor.
Okay.
Now we're going to add some double cream, okay? This cream is going to absorb all the flavours from the shallot, all the flavours of the wine.
Okay.
Again, touch of seasoning.
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is bring this sauce to the boil. And when it boils, we're
Yeah.
going to reduce it by 1/5. We're going to bring it down by 1/5 and it's going to double in texture, okay?
So it will have a thicker, like say, a thicker consistency.
It's going to be a thicker consistency.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's great.
That's
so
okay.
this is going to take about 4 or 5 minutes to come down. Our potatoes are on and I think we can come back in 4 or 5 minutes.
As the man says, we'll see you in a bit. And we're back. How are we doing? Potatoes nearly done?
Potatoes almost ready. As you can see, our white wine sauce here is after reducing down by about a half.
Yeah.
The fish, I've left it in the pan to keep it warm. It's just cooked through.
Yeah.
Nice. Our lovely onion rings are ready here. So let's take
Which
a look
I
at these
keep
potatoes.
nibbling, so we better move on quickly.
Okay, so potatoes. I've got a nice tray here with some kitchen paper just to soak up any excess oils.
Yeah.
Take a look at those potatoes. Nice
I
and
have to
crispy.
say the smell with the rosemary as well is fantastic.
It's fantastic, eh? And it's going to
Yeah.
work really well. We're really Mediterranean. So this is a good way to use up leftover potatoes and things like that. I mean, and this is great, you know, this is great for patata bravas too, these
Yeah.
potatoes, yeah? You can add a little bit of chili on there, a little bit of paprika, some seasoning. Great, these potatoes are great on their own as a snack, okay. Okay, so we've got the lovely crispy rosemary potatoes, salt and pepper. This is ready to serve. White wine sauce here. You can take a look. Check it for seasoning. That's good. A small bit more salt.
Yep.
We're going to pass this through a sieve just to take the shallots out of
Shallots
there.
out. Okay.
So just take a look at that. This is an old sauce. This is a classic sauce and it's going to work wonderful with fish. So let's plate up. Okay, so fish. Fantastic. Golden, crispy, fresh, summery. Any other words I can use for this fish?
Gobsmacking.
Gobsmacking. Okay, so potatoes with rosemary. Crispy.
Now you said that we can eat this rosemary.
Yeah, why don't you take a bite out of that?
You're not kidding me, are you? This isn't a chef's idea of a joke.
No, this is fantastic, eh? You see how crispy that is? Wow. Change is a beautiful herb.
Wow, and it's
Wow,
taken all the really pungent. It just tastes like. It's difficult to describe, really. It's like a crisp flavoured thyme. Crisp thyme.
So, on goes our beautiful white wine sauce with the white fish here. Okay. On go our crispy onion rings on top.
You were
Look how
lucky there were
beautiful
any of
this is
those
looking
left.
already. Wow. Bang a piece of lemon on the side. Nice bit of fresh herbs. I'm using chives today because I like the chives with the white wine sauce, but any kind of herb you like is good. A bit of chervil is good. A bit of parsley is good. Bang a few roughly cut chives there. Smack them up. Big handful. All over. And there you go. There you have lubina, which is sea bass with white wine sauce, crispy onions, rosemary, crispy rustic potatoes, and a big lump of lemon on the side. Enjoy.
Once again, you did the job. And if you want to know all the ingredients for this, here they are. You'll need sea bass that's been deboned and filleted, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. You'll need shallots, 200 millilitres of double cream, a glass of dry white wine and some seasoning. You'll need an onion, some flour and milk for the rings, potatoes, rosemary and lemon. Les, thank you again for another fantastic dish. Join us again next time for more of the same here at Mood Beach Restaurant.